I think Dacre danced shirtless in his audition tape. He did something shirtless, I'm pretty sure. Oh, good. Okay, good. Whew. One down. Okay. I did get told by casting director to spit out my gum, which that was fair because, I mean, that's just something you don't do, but there was some sort of character choice I was making, which was wrong. Forgetting lines in auditions, that's always embarrassing. That's happened a few times, for sure. Who starred in Grey's Anatomy? Did David Harbour do an episode of Grey's Anatomy? Was she in Grey's Anatomy? Did she do an episode of Grey's Anatomy? Did she have like a fun disease kind of a thing? Interesting. Okay, yeah, I never would have guessed that. Just recently I've been watching this show called Alone, which is kind of like Survivor, but more intense. For some reason, those shows really get me. And I've just started Russian Doll, so I'm sure I will binge through that pretty quickly. Yeah, I did have a small little bit on the movie Hannah Montana, yeah. I'm pretty introverted and keep to myself, so she's my alter ego. I think she would have to be a bit more outgoing and just out in the world. Maybe she loves social media and does it all the time, I don't know. Gosh, who could that be? Probably Charlie Heaton, who looks a bit like Harry Styles, so they say, allegedly. I mean, yeah, he's a very good-looking guy, isn't he? But you know what? I never really listened to his music too much before his recent album. It is a really good album. I've been listening to it a lot. Nancy and Jonathan have a lot of stuff together in season 1, and it was nice. Like all the like tree stuff in the woods. There's this deer scene, and there's this animatronic deer that they got, and it was hysterical. That's a good one. The typical, boy bands, like, there was NSYNC, and there was Backstreet, and there was Aaron Carter. I saw him in concert. Orlando Bloom, I think I had a crush on. We have the same birthday. And I think I thought that was, it's cool. It's same birthday. I don't know. I would imagine it's probably people who were alive in the 80s. I think there was something recently Winona was talking about accuracy and the 80s. Winona asks a lot of questions, which I appreciate because I like questions. She'll be like, well, why are we here? Why wouldn't we just do this? What's going on? What's happening? She gets very specific and detailed sometimes, which is fun. I mean, I'm very much like, yeah, that's a good question. Should we ask? We should ask. A frog person. I don't know if this has ever come up, shockingly. Is it Finn? Is Finn a frog person? Interesting. Does he own frog? What do you mean he's definitely into them? Well, how so? I have so many questions about that, but okay. Yeah, good to know. Joe Keery used to be? Yeah, he's doing something now, isn't he? Yeah, Joe. Honestly, he's like the nicest guy I think I've ever met. He's a lot funnier, I think, in real life. Like a lot, I mean, Steve originally was supposed to be killed off. The story goes that Joe was just so likable, they just couldn't do it. I have been like accomplice to, or just witness of, Joe Keery playing pranks on people. I'll never forget, season 1, he just came up and be like, I'm going to put this like tomato slice in Charlie's trailer so that when he comes in, he'll say, who put this tomato in my trailer? And like clockwork, he came back and put it in his trailer and said that exactly. And it's just, I don't know, it's like very innocent and just, hilariously simple. That could have been me who bought the Charlie perfume. I love having scents for characters, and I think it's kind of a nice, it's just like a nice extra thing that you can do. And I don't know, at the time I was like thinking, oh, perfect, I will get a popular 80s perfume. That's probably what Nancy would wear. And it was awful. And it was, I mean, not to offend anybody if you like it, if you wear it, just for my nose, And I was afraid that for everybody else's noses that it was strong. It was very strong. But you know, it sat on my shelf for the rest of season 1. You know, like, oh, 80s. There it is. Bye.